Alright, so if you're a fan of Roblox games like Dungeon Quest or Adventure Up, or maybe even some games outside of Roblox like Diablo or Path to Exile, then I really think you need to try out this game that I'm going to be showing you guys today. Now, in my opinion, this game is criminally underrated. Now, I'm not exactly sure where they are in the development cycle of the game and how much more they have planned for the game, but right now they have a solid amount of content, enough for you to sink some hours into the game and enjoy yourself without feeling like, dang, where's the more content? I need some more now. You can definitely have a nice long session on this game and have some good fun. Now, this game is called Embrithas. Now, I know I'm probably butchering that name, but you'll probably remember this game as Heroes, this game is now Heroes 2, the second version of Heroes. Now, if any of that didn't ring a bell to you and you're still kind of curious and what this game actually is, so what this game is, it is a Roblox ARPG, and it's pretty simple. You level up, you get loot, you do dungeons, you fight bosses, you do raids, and you have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Now, I did play this game when it was Heroes 2, albeit it wasn't that much, and I don't remember all the changes from the old build of the game to the current build of the game, so I can't tell you everything that's changed and how it improved and why it improved, but I can tell you that this game overall feels a lot better. Now, I do remember one major thing about the game, how it used to be, was like you had weapons, right? And each weapon kind of affected your level. So the weapon you got, and you level that weapon up. So if you had a level 1 sword, you'll be level 1. Now, if you had a level 20 dagger, you'll be level 20. Now, it's not like that at all. You level up, you level up your character, and you have like different stats you can go into. You can go into agility and constitution and strength, and those form your builds. And if you get a new weapon, you will still be that same level. I definitely like that a lot better. And he added a stat reward. So like, let's say you got, I can't think of the exact word I was looking for, but when you're like level, let's say you put like 150 points into agility, right? That means you unlock the tier 1 agility like trait. So stat traits. So like you get these traits that you can get with your stats. So if you put so many points into a certain stat point, you unlock traits for it. They can do different things. For example, with agility, if you get like enough agility, you can get like quicker dashes that are a lot faster and shorter cooldown. Or if you get strength, there's a strength dash that actually does damage. I know like the max agility gives you a chance like to auto dodge attacks. There's a bunch of different customizations and builds you can go with, which I definitely like in this version. I think the old version didn't have, as well as you have way more slots to equip things. I really like that as well. Like you definitely you can like mix and match all your skills. You can put almost any skill on. Like you can have like a healing skill, you know what I'm saying? Even though you didn't spec in the healing, you have like enough slots to like just almost put on every heal. But if obviously if you don't invest in the stat points to make that heal worth it, it won't be that good. Like personally, I was like on my solo builds, like I was running like a self-healing build. Like I had like my staff and I was like using like self-heals. Like I had like my skill that like every time I punch somebody, I regen my mana. So like I had like a little build going on. So I really liked where the game direction was going. Now, before I ramble on too far, because you know I tend to do that. I get to talking, it just be talking way too much. The game is currently in paid access if you're watching this video the day it's uploading. But on Friday, tomorrow, the day I'm making this, the game will be going free. So yeah, you guys don't have to pay for it, you know what I'm saying? If you're watching this video a couple days later than it's uploaded, it's free right now. Definitely go check it out. The game is linked down in the description. Now I'm going to be showing like some footage of the game, right? I already have some footage in the background, but I'm going to be watching some footage here together of like some of the raids that I did together, what I thought was just absolutely enjoyable and why I really like it, because I think the raid content in this game is absolutely fire. It's one of the biggest things that this game has that I think it really peaks over other games like Dungeon Quest or Adventure Up. This game has a really good raid system that's a lot of fun. They have 20-man raids that, like, if you don't have high characters, like if you're a decent round level, you don't have nobody carry you, you're going to need all 20 of you guys cooperating and acting right and participating and doing these dungeons correctly to beat it. And I really love challenging content. I feel like we really lack that on Roblox, and I hope he makes it even more challenging. Like he's already like, you know, some of the hard content you get like a lot of lives to complete things, but I really hope he kind of take away some of the lives, you know, to make it even more challenging. But there's also modifiers on every single dungeon, so if you want a challenge, right, you can get a challenge on every single dungeon because you can put it on really high modifiers. It's going to give you a really high drop chance, you know, way more rewards. And if you don't like a hard challenge, you can put it on the lowest tier, like even the base tier. You can go lower to the base tier. Now you are going to get reduced rates and everything like that, so your drop rates aren't going to be as high. But if you just want to kind of play through it and have fun and not really have to stress and really just experience or learn the mechanics, you can definitely do that, because there's mechanics behind a lot of the boss fights that you are going to have to learn, which I really love. Now you guys, you can play on easy, but you're going to get reduced rates. Now before we look at one of these raids real quick, I do want to talk about like the weapon system. So I don't remember all of them right now. I'll actually try to pull it up right now, if I can pull up my Discord right now while I'm talking to you guys. So with the weapon system right now, every time, like, there's different dungeons that have different drop rates. So within that dungeon, the weapon can drop, but it can also roll different traits. Now I'm gonna throw this on the screen right now. Like, there's the different traits are like sharp, you got sturdy, you got loaded, you got mystic, efficient, spiritual, vital, agile, enraged, ethereal, magnum, vampiric, perfect, and perfected. I think it's a couple other ones maybe. But I tried to like read the list and continue to talk. Now, as you guys can see, like as I got the list up, you can see like each one does different things. For example, I was really farming for a vampiric version of these claws, which basically like with the claws, like special ability was like the alt ability was like it would like consume your health and you can go into this rage mode. But I wanted the vampiric version, so like when I consume my health and go into this rage mode to get faster attack, my weapon is healing me because I'm hitting, so I'm getting faster attack. So it's been like this like I'm self-inflicted, but I'm regenerating all the health back so quick. That's the build I'm really trying to go for. And then like some weapons scale off strength, some weapons scale off agility, so you already know what you want to go for, making builds. There's a lot of different builds that you go for. Some are really good, but I really feel like you can make your own creative builds and still find a lot of success. That's what I really like this game. Now here in a second, we are about to take a look at one of the raids or one of the dungeons in the game. We're going to talk about it and just show you guys why I think this game is super fun. Alright, so we're going to be taking a look at the Yawning Abyss, which is just one of the like 3 or 4 raids that are already currently in game. And you guys see that we got a lot of people in this match. I think we had like a 11-12 man party right here, and this is just the first floor, which is pretty basic. But we're gonna take a look at like I think it's second or third floor that we take a look at. So yeah, this was one of the first floors right here that had added a pretty interesting mechanic. So basically you're going down like this elevator thing, and you guys see like I can't remember, I mean, 1 2 3 4 5, but like I said, we had like 10 or 11. It's up to 20 man people, and you guys can see like right here it just becomes pure utter chaos. And if you don't have healers or people with blocking and keep you alive, this can get really tough. And you guys see like we start to really eat some of our lives right here, because it's pretty tough. Like the more people you have here, the less room you have to dodge. There's a ton of enemies, ton of red circles, there's a ton of things going off. It was pretty tough. Right here, I'm pretty low. You guys see, I'm pretty much getting one tap. I'm getting shredded around here. I was pretty much low level. We was getting carried by some high levels in this raid. I wasn't really capable of doing it myself, but I was getting pretty much carried, just getting a nice little boost, getting some free levels off. So I do appreciate all the people who was helping your boy carry your boy in this one, because you know what I'm saying, I needed that little boost, you feel me? But I really think it's like a pretty interesting mechanic, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple in similar ones like this in some other events and dungeons and raids in the game, but this provides a pretty tough challenge because, like I said, you don't have a lot of room to dodge, and if you don't have somebody doing big damage, or you don't have somebody with a nice little block AoE skill, you're definitely going to be in trouble. You definitely going to have it yourself. Now take a look at another floor right here. We have, this floor was a pretty interesting mechanic as well. You guys see like we're in like this purple foggy haze right here. And basically you guys see like above my character, like my armor taken down, you constantly take damage. So right here you get like basically like a timed event DPS check, because you have to be able to kill it enough right here. I think we split into 2 groups right here. I think yeah, we split into 2 groups. You can see the other group at the top, like the mini map at the bottom left. One group going one way, the other group on the other way, because like I said, you're a time, you are constantly taking damage, and the longer you sit in here, the harder it's going to be. So you definitely want to split up right here and take on the group. Now right here, we take a look at one of the first bosses that you fight in the raid. I'm sitting back. You'll see here in a second, I get the panic. I didn't know you got like mobs spawning. And obviously you still have to like worry about fighting the mobs as well as taking care of the big boss. And right here, I didn't know what was going on. I accidentally jumped inside. I tried to block. I ended up dodging one of them, and I I didn't know where to go. I was confused right there. You know what I'm saying? My first time experience, I was like, bro, what is going on? I just saw red stuff everywhere. It took me a little second to figure out what was going. Now, what I like about this raid, like, not just this raid, just the bosses in general, they all have their different mechanics. They all have like their little different quirks that you want to get used to. You guys see, like, this guy has a lot of damage going everywhere. He didn't have like any secret mechanics, so like where he had iframes, you had to like special things to be able to damage him. But he did have a lot of patterns and rotations that you did have to find and get used to. With a lot of mob spawning. You guys see right here, he was really clutch with that guy right there, grabbing all the aggro, so we don't have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be pretty crazy if all the mobs, you got to deal with all the mobs or all the aggro. So that was really clutch on his part to pull all the mobs and, you know what I'm saying, make this run a little bit more beatable right here. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. Now come up into these next thing I'm about to show right here. This is pretty interesting. Now, you can see like this little white orb that I'm sitting in right here. Basically like pick these things up and somebody has to carry that around. Because if you're not inside of this glowing orb area, you can't damage the enemy. So it's at a pretty interesting mechanic of like having somebody have to become like this resource champion who has to like shine light on enemies while everybody else has to focus on damaging. So you have to like get some nice teamwork cooperation on like, okay, who's gonna carry it? You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys stay together. Make sure you guys are in the same area at the same time and being able to do damage while, you know what I'm saying, like you can't have your high DPS people do like, but do you want to have your tank do it? Do you want to have your healers do it? So like, he's like, you know what I'm saying, it's nice decisions behind it. Like I'm saying, like you got to be like a nice cooperation, nice teamwork. You got to like, he ended up going down and this guy ends up picking up because like I said, we can't damage without somebody holding it, so there's no point. So somebody has to have it held at all times. And I think we end up losing right here. You guys see we got 0 lives. We ended up losing a lot of lives on our last one, and we end up losing the raid here. Like it's tough, man. I really enjoyed it, and it really provides a challenging, you know, take on, you guys see like when your goals, you got lives, you see the flows above us. I think it's really fun. This is a small sample of the game. The game has a lot to offer. This is only one of the raids. Like I said, like there's 3 to 4 raids currently already in game. He's already on the process of adding more content. There's different builds, there's different things you can do. And I think this game is really something you guys should be checking out. Like I said, the game is going to be free tomorrow. So make sure you guys check this game out on release because I think it's a game that is worth your time.